Hello students, in this session we are going to discuss about a new chapter, and that chapter is chapter of physics is force and pressure, and the topic under discussion today is moment of force. So this is our topic for today's discussion, moment of force. And regarding this topic, at the end of the session, you should be in a position to define moment of force, formula of moment of force, unit of moment of force, and factors on which moment of force depends. So next one is principle of moments, and then applying these ideas to solve numericals, and then conceptual questions. So I think you are ready for the session, and let us start. And before starting, because this is a moment of force, I hope you might be aware about this term force. So any push or pull is known as force. For simplicity, we can understand like this. So suppose this object is at rest, and if you are pushing it like this means we are applying force. If you are pulling it, you are applying force. If I have to throw this chalk upward, I have to apply force. So about force, I think you are clear. So any push or pull which causes acceleration to a body is known as force. And I think you must be aware about unit of force also. Means how do we express force? That unit of force is you must be aware before this session, and this is Newton. Means force is measured in Newton. For example, 5 Newton force and 10 Newton force. So 10 Newton force is greater force, 5 Newton force is a smaller force. So now let us start this topic, which is the topic under discussion for today's session, that is moment of force. So what is this moment of force? Let us try to understand. This moment of force is the turning effect of a force. Turning effect. So a force can displace a body, means from one position to another position, means it can cause translational motion from one point to another point. Similarly, force can perform different actions. If a body is in motion, it can stop that body. So similarly, a force can rotate, it can cause rotation, it can turn something. So in that context, we have to study turning effect of force, and this turning effect of force is known as moment of force. So let us make it simple. Moment of force means turning effect of force, and let us try to understand this phenomenon of turning. If you open a door, we generally apply a force, and what happens to the door? Door is not subjected to any translatory motion, means it is not dislocated, it does not move from one position to another position, it remains at its own position, but it turns. So in that case, there is turning effect of force. Similarly, when you tighten a nut or loosen it, means if you screw it, so for tightening a nut or loosening a nut, we use a spanner, that is also known as a wrench. So imagine about that situation. A nut is there, you are using a wrench and you are applying force. So in that situation, what is happening? There is turning, that nut is turned. So just like you are opening the cap of Pepsi bottle, so either you are opening or you are closing. You are opening a door. Suppose a crane is there which is lifting a load. In that situation also, if you observe carefully, you will find that there is turning. So under this topic, we have to discuss about turning effect of force, and that turning effect of force is also known as moment of force. So let us try to understand about this turning a little bit more. In any turning, if you watch your door carefully, there is an axis of rotation. In case of any turning or any rotation, there is always an axis of rotation or a point of rotation. For an example, suppose this is a fixed axis and this is attached, this pen is attached with, let us imagine it, this pen is attached with this axis and it is free to rotate. So if we apply force, it will be rotated like this. So what is this? This is axis of rotation. So in case of any rotation, there will be an axis of rotation, and on that axis there may be a point. There are many points. So suppose pen is attached at this point. So this point is point of rotation. So what is happening? This pen is rotating around this point and this pen is rotating about this axis. So in any turning or rotation, there will be an axis that is known as axis of rotation, and on that axis there will be a point which is related with this body, attached with this body. That point is point of rotation or point of turning. So I think at this stage you are clear that in any turning or in any rotation, just like opening the door, there will be an axis of rotation and there will be a force, and that force will cause turning, and in that situation, turning effect of force is known as moment. So now at this stage, I think we are ready to define it. Let us define this moment of force. So we are going to do this first point, that is defining this moment of force. Define. How to define it? So moment of force refers to turning effect of the force. So this is a brief introduction and this is the part of definition. Moment of a force refers to turning effect of the force. So this is turning effect. So in short, moment of force means turning effect of force. We can add, it may be defined as the product of magnitude of force and perpendicular distance between axis of rotation and the line of action of force. It may be defined as the product, underline it, product means multiplication of magnitude of force. So, force is a vector quantity, it has direction, it has magnitude. So, magnitude of force and perpendicular distance between axis of rotation and the line of action of force. You have to understand this part, that is perpendicular distance between the axis of rotation and the line of action of force. So, we are coming to this part. What does this mean? Perpendicular distance between the axis of rotation. This is magnitude of force, maybe 5 Newton, 10 Newton, whatever is given in numerical problems or in any situation. So, magnitude of force has to be multiplied, means there is a product means multiplication. So, magnitude of force multiplied by perpendicular distance. So, this distance is between axis of rotation and the line of action of force. Let us try to understand this part. So, let us suppose this is the axis of rotation and this is point of rotation. There is a point on this axis of rotation and here is the force. We are applying a force. So, this is line of action of force and the perpendicular distance between the axis of rotation, this axis, and this line of action of force. So, what is perpendicular distance? Obviously, suppose if you mark like this distance is not perpendicular distance. So, perpendicular distance has to be at 90 degree and that will be the smallest distance between these two lines. So, obviously, this is perpendicular distance and I am marking it here to mark 90 degree. So, this is line of action of force and this is this is line of action of force. Let us mark it force and this is axis of rotation, and this distance is d. So, a force is being applied like this. This is line of action of this force and F represents magnitude of force and this is axis of rotation and this distance is perpendicular distance between the axis of rotation and line of action of the force. So, a moment of force is defined as product of these two. This is magnitude of force and this is perpendicular distance between these two, line of action of the force and axis of rotation. So, just multiply this force and distance and this will give you the magnitude of moment of force. So, based on this definition and let me make it more clear. See, let us suppose earlier I explained this is axis of rotation and suppose this body has to be rotated and I am applying a force like this. So this is line of action of force. So imagine a line like this, and this is axis. So, and this one is perpendicular distance between the axis of rotation and line of action of the force. So this distance has to be taken, and the magnitude of this force has to be taken, and both should be multiplied, and that product of force and distance will be known as moment of force. So I think this idea is clear to you, and based on this definition we can get a formula. So I am just wiping it out, and let us write formula, means point number 2. What is formula of moment of force? Formula. So take note of the definition. Moment of force is defined as product. This means moment of force is equal to product. Product means multiplication. What is one factor? That is F stands for force, and perpendicular distance, this is denoted by D, and make a block, and this moment of force is equal to force multiplied by distance. So FD. So this gives you the formula to calculate moment of force. We can make it more clear here, where F is magnitude of force, and this D is distance. No, this is perpendicular distance. You have to be careful. So this is perpendicular distance. So distance between which two things? Perpendicular distance between axis of rotation. So between axis of rotation and line of action of the force. That force whose magnitude is F. So this is your formula to calculate. Simple formula: moment of force is force multiplied by distance. So let us come to this part, unit. So how to find unit? See, the concept of physics is or discussion of physics is very systematic. First we got a particular term, moment of force. We are not aware about that, let us suppose. Then we defined that. So as soon as definition part is clear, based on that definition we get a formula, and based on that formula we shall be getting unit, means moment of, just like mass, you express mass in kilogram. 5 kilogram sugar, 10 kilogram anything, let us suppose rice, 15 kilogram. So kilogram is unit of mass. In short we call it as kg. So distance is measured in expressed in meter. So 5 meter distance, 10 meter distance. Similarly, moment of force also should have a unit, so that we can express its magnitude, and we can understand this is a greater moment, this is moment of force, this is a smaller moment of force. So we need to know about unit of moment of force. So third point is unit, and pay your attention, remember, recapitulate the formula. This moment is force multiplied by distance. So what is unit of force? Unit of force is Newton, and this is distance. What is unit of distance? That is meter. So be careful, this N is capital, it stands for Newton, and M for meter, this will be a small. So Newton meter is unit of moment of force. And once unit is clear, then we can understand factors. So what are the factors on which moment of force depends? So means if the moment of force has to be increased, then what should be done? If the moment of force has to be decreased, then what should be done? So we need to understand what are the factors on which it depends. So see, this is quite systematic. We defined the term, based on definition we got formula, based on formula we got unit, and then we can come to know about factors also. Remember, this stands for force. Newton is unit of force. So first factor is magnitude of force. Magnitude of force. And second, this M stands for meter. Meter is for distance. So another factor is distance. And or rather, right, that will be better, perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance. In short, I am writing of force. That is understood that this distance is, perpendicular distance is between axis of rotation and line of action of force. So magnitude of force, that is F, and perpendicular distance, this is D. So how many factors are there? There are two factors. So in the examination, if you are asked, mention the factors on which moment of force depends. So obviously, what will be the factors? First one is magnitude of force, and the second one is perpendicular distance of the force, or perpendicular distance between the axis of rotation and the line of action of force. And you may be further asked how these factors affect, means what happens if this magnitude of force increases, what happens if the perpendicular distance increases or decreases. So we can further write. So till now we have just listed the factors, means what are the factors, but how these factors affect, means what happens if a factor is increased or decreased. So we can mention, see, this moment of force, if I symbolize it by M, we have got the formula F and D. See, you understand at this stage that this moment of force is directly proportional to force, and this is also directly proportional to distance. Means force is also, if we understand this as a fraction, just like this, what is denominator? Denominator is 1, means this force is numerator, distance is also numerator. So understand, try to understand like a fraction. If this is the result, that is moment of force, so what will happen if F increases? If F increases, because F is numerator, therefore this M also, means moment also will increase. If distance increases, this distance is also numerator. So if numerator increases, then the value of fraction also increases. If force decreases, then M decreases. If distance decreases, then M also decreases. Means direct relation is there. So how do we write this thing? Symbolic, how can we symbolize this idea? Means how these factors affect. So we can write like this: moment of force and this is a symbol you must be aware, directly proportional, and this F means magnitude of force. So what is meaning of this statement? Moment of force, how to read it? Moment of force is directly proportional to magnitude of force. This is the way of reading it. And what is its meaning? Directly proportional, as I explained you. This means if force increases, then moment of force also increases. Means if magnitude of force increases, then moment of force also increases. If magnitude of force decreases, then moment of force also decreases. If force becomes double, then moment of force also will become double. If force becomes half, moment of force also becomes half. And again moment of force, again it is directly proportional to distance. This means if distance is doubled, moment of force is also doubled. If distance is half, moment of force is also halved. So this is the idea of factors on which moment of force depends. Now let us try to understand it with one numerical example, how to apply this formula. So before discussing this, I am coming to this part, that is numerical. So I am writing here just to understand how to apply numerical. Let us say calculate moment of force in Newton meter if 5 Newton force acts at a distance of this 10 centimeter from the axis of rotation. So how to calculate it? Calculate moment of force in Newton meter, means it has to be in a standard unit, Newton meter. If 5 Newton force, so magnitude of force is 5 Newton, it acts at a distance of 10 centimeter from the axis of rotation. So how to calculate it? We can write the formula. Moment of force, this is equal to force multiplied by distance. What is force? Force is 5 Newton. That is one factor. What about the other factor? Distance. Distance is 10, but this distance has been given in centimeter. It has to be in meter, a standard unit. So 10 divided by 100, and this will be meter. So there are two factors, and you can simplify it, and this is 5 multiplied by 1 by 10, and this is Newton meter, and you can simplify 5 by 10, that is 1 by 2, like that. So this way you can apply this idea of formula and unit and factors of moment of force. And next thing we need to understand this principle of moments. So, and after that we shall further do some numericals to understand it in a better way. So I hope this part is clear. Calculate moment of force in Newton meter if 5 Newton force acts at a distance of 10 centimeter from the axis of rotation. So moment of force, you use the formula Fd, put the value of F is force, and along with unit if you write it will be better. So 5 Newton. Distance, because it has to be in Newton meter. So this centimeter is converted in meter. How to convert this centimeter in meter? Divide it by 100, because 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So 1 by 5 into 1 by 10, that is 1 by 2 Newton meter, and that is 0.5 Newton meter. So this way you apply this simple concept of moment of force. And now let us come to next part of this list, principle of moments. So I am writing it here, principle of moments. So principle of moments, what does it say? What is a statement of principle of moments? It states that sum of clockwise moments is equal to sum of anti-clockwise moments. Anti-clockwise moments. So in equilibrium, either you can write in equilibrium in the beginning or at the end. So sum of clockwise moments is equal to sum of anti-clockwise moments in equilibrium. So this is principle of moments. What does it mean? How to apply it? If there are many moments of force, means there are many forces and many distances, and if they are clockwise, then we have to get the total moment clockwise is equal to total moment anti-clockwise. There are two terms, clockwise and anti-clockwise. How to identify which moment is clockwise and which moment is anti-clockwise? So I am taking an example, and I hope you will understand. See, if this is a wooden platform, let us say this is or any rod, and there is a point of rotation, or there is a turning point, and this turning point is known as pivot. What is name of this point? That is pivot. I told you earlier also that in any rotation there must be an axis of rotation, and the concerned point on that axis will be point of rotation, and that point of rotation is also known as pivot, or it is also known as fulcrum. So there are two names, pivot or fulcrum. So let us imagine the situation is like this. Situation is like this, and about this point, this can be rotated, this can be rotated, this can be turned, means the force is causing turning effect. So let us say on this side there is a monkey sitting over here in this cage, and there is a cat sitting in this cage, and monkey is 50 kg and this cat is, let us say it is 60 kg. Big monkey is there, and this is 20 kg. So 60 kg monkey is here, and 20 kg cat is here, and this is a rod like structure, this is a wooden bar, and about this point, around this point, this bar can rotate. And see what is happening. Monkey has a mass of 60 kg. So in previous chapter we discussed about matter and states of matter. We define matter, and at this stage we can recall that mass is quantity of matter contained in a body. This is a particular body, and the quantity of matter contained in this body is known as its mass, and mass is expressed in kilogram, kg. Smaller units are gram, milligram, microgram. So like that. Bigger units are quintal, tons, metric ton. So standard unit is kg. So this mass is quantity of matter contained in a body, and that is expressed in kg. So this monkey is 60 kg. Now this monkey is applying a force on this line. This is line of action of force. You must be surprising. Monkey is sitting quietly. Where is the question of any force? So you at this point, let me recall you that you must be aware about the weight of a body. Weight is a kind of force with which there is a force of gravity by the earth. Earth is pulling this monkey with a force, and that force is known as weight of the monkey. So if weight is represented by W, you must be aware about the formula of weight, and formula of weight is mg. What is this g? G is acceleration due to gravity, and its value is 9.8 meter per second square. You must be aware about this. So mass multiplied by g, acceleration due to gravity, is equal to weight, and weight is a kind of force. And what is the direction of weight? It always acts vertically downward. So here W, and W equal to mg is nothing but magnitude of force, and it is acting in this direction. So one force is acting in this direction. So because, and here is a point of rotation, that is pivot. So if cat is not there, then what will happen to this wooden rod? It will go like this. So it will go like this, means like this. There will be rotation like this. You mark it, you try to understand if this is the direction, then is it clockwise or anti-clockwise? Obviously, this direction is clockwise and this direction is anti-clockwise. So this rotation is anti-clockwise. What about the cat? Cat is also sitting alone, but its weight, and that weight is mg, and this mg, and this weight is a kind of force. So this force is also acting downward, but there is an axis of rotation. This is axis of rotation, and this is point of rotation. This is pivot. So what will happen? This rod will bend, turn like this, turn like this. So what will be the direction of rotation? Rotation will be like this. So what is this fashion? This is obviously clockwise. This means this force causes anti-clockwise moment of force, and this force causes clockwise moment of force. And there are only two forces. So one is anti-clockwise and the other is clockwise. And in this context, principle of moments states that total clockwise moment will be equal to total anti-clockwise moment. So based on this statement, principle of moment, we can solve different numerical questions. So, how to calculate this moment? This force is there, that is mass of monkey, that is 60, multiplied by g, g is 9.8 or approximately 10, and then the moment of force is force multiplied by distance. So, how to find the distance? That is important. So, this is line of action of the force, and this is axis of rotation, means pivot. So, find this distance and multiply this distance by this force. We shall be getting the moment of force due to this monkey. Similarly, we can calculate moment of force due to this cat sitting over here. So, this is line of action of the force, and this is axis of rotation. We have to find this distance, and we have to multiply this force, that is mg, that is mass of cat multiplied by g, and both must be equal. So, what is the meaning of sum? If there are other forces also on this side, means total anti-clockwise moment should be equal to total clockwise moment. We have taken a simple case. We have taken only one anti-clockwise moment and one clockwise moment, and let us apply this idea to solve a numerical problem. So, I am recalling the same situation. Monkey is there, and that monkey is 60 kg, and a cat is there, and that cat is 20 kg, and that wooden rod is 5 meter of length, and pivot is at 1 meter mark, and where should be the cat to balance the rod. So, this is interesting question. So, one monkey is there, and the same old problem we took in previous example. So, 60 kg monkey, 20 kg cat, wooden rod is 5 meter, pivot at 1 meter mark. Let me draw diagram for this question. Remember, pivot is at 1 meter mark. 1 meter mark from monkey. So, this is 5 meter mark, and this is monkey, and this pivot is at, I am modifying that question. You can mark it that 1 meter mark, this is 1 meter mark, is at the pivot is at 1 meter mark from monkey. Let us understand this way. And now on this side, this monkey is 60 kg, and on this side, this is 1 meter, then this is 2 meter, and then this is 3 meter, this is 4 meter, and then this is 5 meter. Where should be the position of the cat to balance this rod? We can solve this question by applying principle of moments. So, how can we solve? We can apply principle of moment, sum of clockwise moment. Who will provide clockwise moment? This cat will provide clockwise moment, and this monkey will provide anti-clockwise moment. We can write any on left hand side and right hand side, there is no problem. So, by principle of moment, clockwise moment should be equal to anti-clockwise moment. So, how to find the moment? So, moment of force due to cat, this must be equal to moment of force due to due to monkey. By principle of moments, you can refer like this. Okay. So how to calculate moment of force due to cat? That is force multiplied by distance. And what is value of force? This cat is 20 kg. So in place of force I am writing, and force is equal to mg. So m is 20, mass of cat, remember it, multiplied by g. So mass multiplied by g, mg, that is weight, weight is force, multiplied by distance. We do not know the distance. This must be equal to moment of force due to monkey. So monkey is 60 kg, this is mass, multiplied by g. And what is the distance? Distance is 1 meter. So 1, g will cancel g, and 60 into 1, that is 60, 20d equal to 60. So this d is distance of cat. So 20d is equal to 60, and this d is equal to 60 by 20, and that is 3, and the unit of d will be meter. Means we can place cat here at a distance of 3 meter, but sorry for this. This 3 meter distance is always taken from fulcrum or pivot. Be careful. So this distance of cat is 3 meter, means 1, 2 and 3. Here is the position of cat at a distance of 3 meter, 1, 2 and 3 from the fulcrum, and then the rod will be in balance position. This is the meaning of principle of moments, and we have solved these numericals, and we shall further continue with this chapter. Till then, bye. Thank you.